Good afternoon. This is the weekend update for Buy Sell Short for Saturday, November 2nd. And today we're starting off, this is the one-year chart of the Dow. And on the last weekend video, we went over this beautiful ascending triangle formation that has set up on the Dow daily chart. And this is, as I've said before, is one of my favorite bullish technical indicators. And it's pretty rare to see it actually develop on the major indices, and when it does, you have to pay attention. Essentially what it is you have a triangle. We have a breakout, we find resistance, we retrace, we find a support level, we bounce, we hit that same level on the top, retrace. The third time when it gets up to that resistance level tends to be the breakout level, and when it breaks out typically the size of the range that was within this bounce channel. For this instance, that's 1,200 points. A breakout of this should take us to 16,900, almost 17,000 points over the next 3 to 4 months at the max. So we are almost at that point for the breakout. How do you play this? If you are a gambler, some options to possibly look at would be the January 163 165 DIA call options. I believe they closed on Friday at 30 cents. That would be the lotto ticket gamble on a breakout like this. If we look at the daily chart here, you can see we've had quite a move over the last 3-4 weeks. Looked like we were going to put in a retrace, but we bounced right off that 8-day moving average. We closed up on Friday, and you know, we could be in store for a very surprising run because everyone is waiting for that big retrace in the market, and that big retrace is not coming, and there's not a whole lot of time left for all these underperforming hedge funds and Joe Average sitting on the sideline because he listens to the business media saying the market is overvalued and ripe for a pullback. Eventually, they're going to give the finger to the business media pundits and start to go long this market. And when they do, it is going to be crazy. It has been a pretty lackluster week for all intents and purposes. And if we look at the Russell chart, you can see why. Even though the large caps and the major indices have done very well, small cap stocks have taken it on the chin. The risk money has kind of come off the table. This is, looking at this chart, it's not really a surprise because everyone is waiting for a big pullback. And the stocks that get punished the most are small cap stocks when that happens. We close right underneath the 20-day exponential. I believe we are going to see a snapback move this week. If we look at the Dow Transports only had a 2-day pullback. Friday, strong up move. The shipper stocks are a sector where you actually really need to pay very close attention to next week. Shipping rates up huge on Thursday. I believe there was oil tanker fees up 13% overnight. That tells you when shipping's heating up, things are starting to heat up. We also had the ISM come out well above expectations. That's the reason why you saw gold get hammered on Thursday and Friday, was because of that. And you know, the Dow Transports have formed a little bit of a rectangle here and a 70-65 break on this one, and it's off to the races. And recall, all year long the Russell has mirrored the action that we have seen on the Dow Transports, and there's been a little bit of a divergence over the last couple of days. That should resolve itself next week. As for gold, everyone and their mom thinks there's a conspiracy out there on the gold market. As you can see, we've got a head and shoulders formation. Here is the left shoulder, big head, right shoulder is forming. I'm very bearish on gold. I never liked gold, never will like gold, but I like this as a potential short put play on a break below 121, 120 for a 20% downside move. So we're going to be keeping an eye on this to see if it actually comes to fruition in the next few days. Dow 15-minute chart, we've got a little bit of a tightening triangle forming here right above the 200-day and the 50-day moving average in this time frame. We could see a nice up move this upcoming week. I mean, everyone is expecting a retrace. I thought we would see that continue on Friday from Thursday's weakness, and that bounce back tells me yet again these pullbacks are going to be narrow, they're going to be bought, and you know, that's where we are. Big IPO coming this week on Thursday, the Twitter IPO. everyone and their mom has done their best to talk the Twitter IPO down. Twitter is going about this extremely smart. They're not being greedy. They're pricing it low. They're selling a few shares. They may up the price a little bit. 17 to 20 is the current range. If it goes off between 17 and 25 as the IPO price, this stock will open at $40 to $50 plus, and that is going to light up the social media stocks. The big winner, of course, is going to be GSVC. On the Thursday video, we talked about how this stock was bottoming out along with its peer, SVVC. These guys own 1 million shares. Big reversal here on Friday. GSVC, we picked up some shares on Friday as well. This one should rock and roll. And this trend that we've seen in place since Facebook started to run and since Twitter announced their IPO, it has been making higher highs and higher lows. Very bullish trend each time. So on this bounce off the support line, we should be looking at a price in the 17 to 18 plus area. Valuation for Twitter at $50 a share is $3 per share price increase for GSVC. That would take it to $18 to $20 a share. Could be a very, very nice up move on this stock this week. Another stock that could benefit big time is LOCM. I've redrawn the lines for the triangle breakout. 205. We're adding at $1.90 on Thursday and Friday. 205 would be my next add, or any dips 190 and under, but 205 is where we'd be looking to press our bets on a volume break for a 25-cent to 50-cent upside move into the Twitter IPO. We also have INUV. This is why it's acting like this. It trades on Scamex. This stock should be trading at $3 a share just based on their monster numbers. But looking at the chart, we're holding at the uptrend line support. We're holding above the 50-day moving average. We have an extreme negative MACD. And if you've been watching any of these videos over the last several months, this has been a great indicator for a bounce back in a stock whenever we get these extreme negative MACD price levels. So we should see a nice move on this stock this week as the momentum flows into these social media stocks. HTM, new trading alert, utility stocks outperforming on Friday. These guys are a utility stock, geothermal power. They've got a few plants around the country. 47, 46 is the break. Again, it trades on Scamex, so sometimes it gets weird print trades. 48 to 50 is where you'll see everyone start to pile into this one. We're sitting on it. We're waiting for that break. We're looking for 55 to 60 cents plus on the chart. JOEZ, Joe's Jeans, got up to the 50-day moving average, got rebuffed, pulled back a little bit on Friday. This is not uncommon as we've seen in a lot of these stocks. We got a 2-3 day up move, red day to scare everyone out, and then off to the races we go again. So let's see if we can get that pattern on Monday with Joe's. Quick mention on Mad Cats. Still waiting for that positive MACD cross. It looked like we were going to get it. We've got earnings coming up on Wednesday. Probably a non-event. This is not their big quarter. The upcoming quarter is typically their big quarter. What we'd be looking for is possibly some pre-sale data on the Mojo console. So we're going to wait and see what they say on the conference call. Last but not least, SSYS. Monster breakout on this one. You recall last month we were buying this one $91 to $93 a share. This is one of our long-term plays, 200 then 300 plus target on it. As I've mentioned, when stocks break 100, fresh breaks of 100, the magnet is to 120, 125. I would actually say I should actually go back and run the numbers. I believe it's a 95 to 99% time. It probably is even 100%. I don't think I remember a stock breaking 100 in the last 10 years and not running above 120. Hot momentum sector. This is the leader. This one's got a lot of upside coming. I know some of you guys are buying this one in the chat room on that break this week. Looking great going into next week. So that's it for the video, guys. We've got some nice setups. We didn't do a whole lot of things this past week, obviously, because the Russell was in a little bit of a retrace mode. But given what we're seeing on the other indices and where I think we're going to head over the next 2 to 3 months, I think the small cap stocks are going to be very, very nice. And while I'm here, got a minute, I'm going to say something here regarding the market and everyone calling it top. We've got two things happening here. I have never seen a strong economy result in the stock market selling off. We have the Fed giving life support to stocks right now. If the economy gets weaker, they're going to pump even more cash into the market. So we have a massive safety line there. The market is addicted to this free money. So if the economy just sputters along, we're going to see all this liquidity coming into the system and making its way into stocks, pushing stocks higher. If the economy starts to pick up and starts to get better, why does everyone think that the stock market is going to sell off? It is the most nonsensical thing I've seen in my last 15 years of trading. So don't listen to the nonsense that's out there, guys. These bears and shorts are so damn early. It is unbelievable. The best is yet to come. Have a great weekend, guys, and see you in the chat room on Monday. Bye.